Hi everybody, this is Ricardo from Curve Barbershop and Salon, and I'm gonna explain the haircut of this video I uploaded. I call it fixing a bad haircut. You can see this mannequin has one side way shorter than the other side. The reason for that is because we've been practicing and doing weird stuff on this mannequin, so one side is way shorter than the other side. But it happens that sometimes new clients come with an even haircut, and in order to fix it, sometimes we don't really have to cut a lot, but cutting on the right place, right? So here you can see I'm just doing a diagonal section on the top, and I'm just gonna blend in a little bit the top with the top sides. So I'm taking diagonal sections and over directing all the way down, trying to keep it as heavy as possible. Um, so yeah, we don't want to go too short. So that's why I'm not really lifting too much. So I'm just doing the same thing on the other side, making sure both sides are even. So that's why I check it was still longer, and I had to go back and cut a little bit more. So I'm bringing the crown area all the way down, as I said before, as heavy as possible. We want to keep as much as we can. Uh, it's gonna be quite high in the back because it's very short. So we're gonna try to blend that in. Um, it's gonna be high, but it's gonna be very nice blending into the top. So I'm bringing now the sections all the way back as square as possible. But it's quite short, so I had no choice other than that. Just make it a little bit round. So now I'm gonna put the front away with a triangular, more or less, section on the front, because I want to make sure I don't go any shorter on the front, at least for now. So now we're gonna just take a section from the mid part of the head all the way back, as you can see right there, right in the middle. Couple of fingers should be okay. And now we're gonna bring that all the way up and use the original guideline and bring everything. The second section goes into the first one, the third into the second, and the fourth into the third. If there's a fourth one, yeah, I think there's four. So that's the second into one, the third into the second, and the fourth into the third. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna blow dry the hair. We're gonna fade the back and the sides a little more, but I'm gonna do that at the end. So what I'm doing is just cutting the top and just setting my length on the top sides and the back first. So once I establish my length, I know I'm not gonna go any shorter than that. So we are gonna do the fade after. Fades don't look really good on mannequins, but we'll do what we can here. So just finishing my blow dryer. And there you go. So you can see the top is very heavy. You can leave it that way and it's gonna be okay. But the client is gonna have a hard time to style that. We need some texture and some separation. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just connecting visually the front with the rest of the top that we didn't connect. There was a kind of like a disconnection. So we're connecting visually everything. Now I'm just adding a lot of texture. I'm going quite deep. So that way we're making a very light. And just to get a better hair flow. So just go in different directions depending on the texture that we want. We use our vertical section or horizontal section. So this is becoming lighter and lighter. This is something that you have to feel. Whatever you feel is heavier or needs more texture, that's a quite personal touch. So that's a 1.5 number I'm using on my magic clip. And now we're just gonna go with the longest. We're gonna start with the longest number into the shortest, and try not to remove much of the top part because we don't want to go much higher. We have to blend that in. So still we have to blend the back, as you can see, but we're gonna do that later. So now we're just going into the shoulder numbers. And as I said before, mannequins don't really look clean as a real person, but still we can have an idea. So you can see right now the nice shape we have in the back into the top. We still have to blend it in the occipital bone area, but it's looking nice so far, much better than it was before. So now we're just blending in and just blending a little bit into the top. Still there's a quite compressed back there, so I want to make it look nicer. So now it's the combination of scissors, overcomb, and a point cutting into the top. Again, that's very personal. You choose the best tool, the best tool you think it works for you. Now I'm using thinning shears a little bit, just on the very ends. I don't go too aggressive with the thinning shears unless I have to. But when it comes to blending, you don't want to go too deep with your thinning shears. You don't want to make the hair too frizzy. So now we're just going with the regular scissors, just thinning a little bit more. I wish I was that fast. So now we're gonna use the Pro Tools hairspray. And just with our fingers, we don't need any brush right now. You can just give your personal touch. So just decided to do something like that, and I think it looks really good actually, much better than it was before. So as you can see, guys, we don't really have to cut a lot. We just need to cut exactly in the right spot to make it look nice. And you can see it's very light on the top, super easy for the client to style. Super easy. We have to teach sometimes the clients how to do it. That's another version. You can just put it down. It does too high for the client. And, you can just play a little. Yeah, that's me being dumb. So okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next video.